And we're here to show you why. Guys, welcome to the nest. Now, we want to talk about the one and the only, the mighty Eagles. All right? We call them the West is ours. All right. What?
You don't go from, do you?
Oh, God. Now, we want to talk about where we're going to be, where you predict which players you want to see come in and which players are when and whom you think are going to stand out this year.
This is where I actually love the AFLS. Like, we took over a young side.
Yeah.
Like, Duggan and Nelson were our mature age players in that team. I loved it. Petrel, I nicknamed that because I always spell his name Petrocelli wrong.
Yeah.
But he kicked a few goals, and his pace, ball skills he might need to work on a bit, but he is quick. And then we've got everyone's favourite, Rioli kicked 3 goals in 20 minutes and could have easily had 4 if he didn't hit the post. Yeah. Exciting. What an exciting time. What did you guys think?
Oh, look, just on the AFL, great. You know, like you said, youth, Petrocelli, you had Ainsworth in there, got a lot of the ball, which they played him in the back half, which was surprising for me. Petrocelli was like dynamite. I haven't seen somebody like that break the line since Matera.
We'll try and bring that name in.
You know? Look, you know, there was one down for Nelson. I love the guy. I've got him in my starting 22, but needs to work on his disposal and his thinking.
Wasn't great, that game.
He's going to get played because he breaks the lines and he takes it on, and that's what you need, and you can improve. So that's just on Nelson there. You know, Duggan, is he a future leader? Cool. Look, we got an exciting list. We brought in 10, 11 players. It's the most we've done in the last 4 or 5 years. We've turned the list over. We had to turn the list over because it was too old. We've slipped that down. We're only 0.1 ahead of Carlton in our age list, which is surprising to me because I was thinking, we're still up around the top 4 and the oldest, but we're not. We're down the bottom 5, 16. So going forward, I think we've got a bright future. You've got players like Darling. They're still in the prime of their career, you know what I mean? You've got McGovern. It's not as bad as what everybody thinks, you know what I mean, going forward. Do we sign Gaff? Will he sign? Is he gone?
No.
You know?
No, he's not gone.
He's not gone. He said he wants to be a one-club player, but you're going to have the media out there hounding this guy until he signs.
Oh, yeah.
All year. And I suppose he hasn't signed until mid-year any other year. So if it comes mid-year and he hasn't signed, I might start thinking...
If he's happy, why will he not sign?
Yeah, well, why...
You're has signed up.
Look,
and that's it.
I don't think he'll go anywhere.
And the media on there... They're going to present a story, so that's what they're going to do until something happens. McGovern, he's been shopped around. Reports are saying that he's worth 1.2 million. You brought it up before we come to the camera. Is he worth $1 million a year? I think yes, because to me he's our most important player in our team.
And that's what I asked you. If McGovern is the most important player in the team, will you compare him in the likes of Gary Ablett, Dangerfield, Dusty Martin? Do you put them in the same category as... Is it just because he's the most important player in your team, or he is a player that can actually change the game the way those guys changes the game?
I think he does change the game.
Is he will he win the game for you?
You don't?
No, look, I mean, obviously he's a very good player, but I just don't... I don't see the same hype that others seem to see. There's plenty of other background. I think Barras does a great job down back of a very, very similar nature.
Yep.
And I think the structure of the way we've played the last couple of years has allowed Gov to do those sorts of things. But, what I'm really interested, even before Emac went down injured, was to see, what they were going to do with Schofield, because I would have loved to have seen him get a ring and go on the wing. But I think they'll have to really seriously consider playing him down back now, because he did a good job when Emac was down before, filling in that fullback position.
You guys know my views on Schofield.
Yeah, I want to see what are they going to do with Waterman. Saw a little bit of Waterman in the AFLX. Strong lad, knows how to get the footy.
I can see him playing across half forward.
Yeah, I can too. And the last thing I'm particularly interested in is, with guys like Waterman, Rioli, Ryan coming in, what are we going to do with Mark Lacroix in 2018?
Well, I brought this up in a podcast. I brought it up on social media before. Can you play Rioli, Ryan, Lacroix and Cripps all on the one team?
No.
Now, you say no. I say yes. Not on the field all at the same time.
Yeah.
But you can play them in the same team, but not every game.
Yeah,
So-
too small maybe.
But this year will be Lacroix. He'll be put to the sword. You know, you perform or you're not going to get a game, mate. Cripps will be held in before Lacroix because of his defensive pressure. But with Cripps, he needs to score more goals because he's a small forward. Now, it's no good having defensive pressure all the time if you're not scoring goals because your main aim is to score goals. He scored goals late in the games and when games are already won, but he's got to score goals because that's what a small forward does.
Yeah. Now, before we go on scoring goals, we need to get the ball there.
Yeah.
This has been an issue for the Eagles. Let's have a look at it, about the midfield. What is going to change about this midfield?
Well, let's talk about Brayshaw for a second there. Not an early pick by far, in fact, was our last pick. All three brothers paid in the AFLX. Which one do you think the commentators called their name out the most?
Do you think
it was Hamish, ours.
Do you think he will be able to come in the
Surprise.
team and play in the midfield?
I reckon he could.
Venables was very strong.
Yep.
Very strong. And that was the thing that stood out to me, actually, from his game. It wasn't just tough tackles. He was breaking tackles or just getting his arms out to get the ball out.
But are they going to put a Venables and a Brayshaw in? You've got Sheed, you've got Shuey. Now, they can't run all day, so who is going to come in and help those two guys?
But that's what you want when we're talking about can we fill this midfield void, so to speak. You want to have a list of players. And the one that's, I reckon, going to be the first picked in there, I think, is Duggan. He did a lot of training with the Sam Mitchell in the midfield this pre-season, and I think AFLX was, let's just call that's a midfielder's game.
Yeah.
It wasn't a key position
Very
thing.
open.
It was, you don't have defenders in that game. You don't need defenders in that game. It was a midfield game. And he was great, and his foot skills were great. So I reckon he'll get first.
But is Duggan a midfielder?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying. I
he
think
is,
they'll
yeah.
take him out of the back this year, and I reckon they'll put him in the midfield.
Now let's get the midfield. We're getting to the midfield, but let's talk about the franchise player. Is he going to play?
Well, you reckon he won't. I reckon he will.
Yeah.
Why is he not even? It's been 18 months. I know he's got a hamstring problem. He was ready to come back. Maybe if we made the final or
No,
something.
I don't think he was ready to come back.
Yep.
The media and the Eagles have always held their cards close to the chest.
Yeah. It's 18
Now,
months.
they played the media to a T, and it was brilliant, and it kept everyone talking. Will Nat knew he play, and there was no way he was going to play.
But it's 18 months. If it's his ACL, he should be practicing with the team on a full time.
Well, I reckon he'll be playing round one. I'd be very surprised if Nic Nat knew he didn't play round one. I'd be very surprised if Josh Kennedy didn't play round one.
He'll play. He won't be
No,
22 games.
just quick.
Will he be the leading ruckman?
Yep. Prediction where the Eagles are finishing.
I'm actually, I didn't like to give predictions before now, but I brought so much confidence seeing all these young players.
Yep.
I think we're back in the eight. I think injuries took its toll last year. I think we're going to be better than we were last year.
Good. Waz, what's your prediction?
My prediction, can I have a range?
And I don't know, give you where is the Eagles finishing?
I think anywhere between 6th and 10th.
Okay.
Depending on injuries
Yep.
and depending on which way the coaching staff go. If they're going to play a lot more younger players, I'll probably have us at the bottom of that range I just said.
Yeah.
If they're going to play a lot more of the experience that we did last year, I think we can still sit there in the 8.
Well, Tom, my prediction was 6 or 7, and I haven't changed that. So I'm going to stick with that.
I know you don't want to hear this. I love West Coast Eagles. My prediction is totally
Not making
different.
finals.
I don't think with what we have, Eagles are going to make the finals. And I know I will cop a lot, but Nic will take a lot of time to gel with the team, to be himself. And without Nic being powerful in that midfield, we will struggle. Our midfield is not quick, strong enough to be able to feed the forward line. And I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I can eat some pies, but I don't see our chances. There's St Kilda and Melbourne that I think they will be. And it's just a prediction.
Yeah.
Who is the one player that you think, out of all the new guys, will play round one?
Vulnerable.
Now, a lot of people are saying...
Vulnerable.
Everyone's saying Liam Ryan, right?
There is a big
Out
difference.
of the new players, I think he will play round one.
There is a
But
big difference
take
between
him out,
Wafo.
Take him out of it. Who else do you reckon could play round one?
2018, it's going to be the Rioli and the Ryan show. I'm telling you right now. Ryan got the best backman in the waffle. They pay attention to him. He's not going to get that in AFL. Not when JK's there. And Rioli's just, from the little we've seen, just a freak.
There's too much expectation on these young guys. Coming
Very
from
much.
the WAFO to IFL is a
But
totally different
that's
level.
media. It's media perception.
Yeah, but you're an IFL player, so there is an expectation. I think they're going to find it hard when they go to IFL. We give them time. Let's not put this pressure on them. Give them time, no expectation, and I hope they can get.
By
And I hope they do.
by round one,
Yep.
is there anyone from the draft that we picked that you can place that will play round one?
Liam should be able to play. He's quick, and he played a lot of games
Petruccelli,
last
mate.
year. He played like
Petruccelli?
Petruccelli playing on the wing.
Petrol.
I'm excited to
Playing
see Petruccelli down that wing, but I think we'll play more as a small forward because he is very light in frame.
Yeah.
But if he can do bursts like that in the AFL, I think we're going to have a crowd favourite, especially on the new stadium because it is short compared to Seabago Oval, and he's one to look at because I think he's on the...
This just goes to show how exciting this time is. We don't, what was it, 10th to round 6? We don't know, you know. All these young kids we've talked about, it's a very exciting time for the Eagles and I can't wait.
I got to admit, I haven't been this excited with a bunch of youngsters in years.
Yep.
I've never been big on the pre-season. I'm itching for the pre-season to start. So see
Guys, the other thing you just have to think about, these young kids, they'll play very good the first 7 rounds
Entire.
and then get tired.
Yeah.
So let's just settle
Temper
it down and then
expectations.
put
This is
those
the fitness
expectations. And put it expect. You know, the vulnerable, the Rioli and all that.
Yeah.
When they step up to IFL, they play maybe the first 5-8 games.
Brilliant.
The body will start aching. So I'm happy for us to be excited, but let's just put it under the wrap. and
Yes.
see
Well,
how
I'm
it
just
goes.
going to give big raps to Waterman because I reckon he is the one to watch.
Okay.
Can't
So-
wait.
So, Eagles fans, you probably all agree with us. Other people that are watching this, if you actually watch us talking about the Eagles, you'll probably disagree with us, but that's the way it goes. Thanks for joining the Nest. We're at Leaderville Oval. Next time we might be at a different oval. So hopefully you join in and have a bit of a topic on
Done.
what we're going to do.
Done.
Thanks a lot.
Suddenly the Eagles are alive. Matera sets sail for home. And the Eagles hit the front. Langdon with great courage manufactures a chance for Evans who kicks a goal. Well played to Eddie. Snared it beautifully on the half volley. Look at the kick. Great football. Wilson, like a cork in the ocean over his head. Oh my word. What a goal! On the lead, Sumic. Jakovic in best position. They came at him from all angles. The Eagles are going to win their first leg.